Bon dia everybody, welcome back to our channel. Hope you've all had a good week and ready for the weekend. Steve and I have a busy day today. We continuing our build on the patio, starting with the roof structure. So very excited, and it's the last of our orange season at the moment, so we're picking all the oranges and hopefully we'll have enough to make orange sorbet for Sunday's market.
So this year, or for this season, we decided we're not going to be making white wine because the white grapes we've got are table grapes. So we're going to enjoy them as table grapes before they go over too much, because the sun has been quite harsh on them. But still some quite nice bunches.
And they're nice and sweet.
Yeah. As Natalia mentioned, today we're going to be starting with the truss, the front end of the patio. So Russ is going to come help us measure everything up, because I don't trust myself to measure angles and lengths and cut everything to size. So he's going to do that, so we're going to get started. Right, so everything's been cut down to size for the truss. We've got the one beam that the truss is going to sit on, so this will be the front beam. We're just going to drill the holes for the threaded rod that's going to bolt it down onto the walls, onto the pillars, and then I'm just going to sand and varnish the truss basically, and then probably next week sometime we'll put all of those together and then screw the truss to the beam and put it up, and that way we've got a little spot for when we do the ridge beam. We've got a little spot to rest it on the edge so that we can fasten it nicely.
Clever.
This is all the bits for the trusses, for the truss should I say. There's only the one in the front. Basically done, everything cut to size, sanded. I'm finishing up the first coat of the varnish. This evening we'll do the second coat and then ready to put together and put up, hopefully soon. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're making a nice South African dish, Vetkoek and mince. We're doing a curried mince, but first we're going to go make the Vetkoek dough and then let it rise. So we've done the Vetkoek dough. They're busy with their second rise. So while they're busy doing their thing, we're going to get started on the mince filling. So to start with the mince, we're just going to start with onion, carrot and celery base. Just cut the carrots also into smaller pieces. And then we'll do the same with the celery. We'll just give that a nice stir through and then allow those to start softening up a little. I'm just going to finely chop the garlic too. And add that in. Mix it through. We have another assistant today. The lazy assistant, but he's here. So to that we're going to add, we've got some garam masala and mild curry powder. I'm going to add that in. And then we're going to add our minced meat. We've got 900 grams of beef mince, and then we've got 400 grams of pork mince. So we're going to put that in. While that's going, I'm going to just chop up a few potatoes just into smaller cubes. And then while that's going, we're just going to season it with some salt. And a little bit of black pepper. And then we're going to put our potato cubes in. And wish we'd used the bigger pan. And to that we're going to add our can of chopped tomatoes. I'm just going to use a little bit of water. Get all of that tomato out of the can. So this is optional, but we always like to add about a half a tablespoon of light brown sugar. That just cuts a bit of the acidity of the tomato. I'm going to add a little bit of our dried coriander. And then stir that in. And then we're just going to let this simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes until the potato starts to soften up and the tomato cooks out nicely. So the thing we're making today is called a Vetkoek. Translated into English it would be fat cake. It's basically a traditional South African fried dough bread. Looks like that before it goes in. Yeah, it's basically a yeast dough that you fry in oil. It's traditionally eaten either with a curried mince, a savory mince, jam and cheese, honey,
Butter.
just plain butter if you want. Yeah, however you want it. So we're going to get started on that. The oil's been heating up. You get the oil hot, but then you fry it not on a too high heat. It's sort of on a low, medium heat. So let's try the first one. Oh. Talia just missed me turning these. So the last two Vetkoek just went into the oil. We're going to put the peas in. Give that a nice mix through. And then that's got maybe 2 to 5 minutes left. So those are the last two that are done, which are good because we've got some very hungry people waiting on us. This has come together nicely. Everything looks nice and cooked. The peas, I think, are done too. So time to get eating.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your likes and comments once again. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you like what you see on the videos and you haven't already subscribed, consider taking a subscription. It is free.
Yes.
Yeah, then you can follow us along as we keep going.
Yeah. So we wish you a good weekend. We're going to enjoy our grapes that we harvested this morning.
Natalia was clever and put them in the fridge, so they're nice and cool too.
I did, especially on a hot day like today. So I guess we'll see you next week.
Yes, até a próxima.
Tchauzinho.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.